Welcome to the Rich Diary podcast, where we turn powerful ideas into daily action. Today's message is simple, but life-changing. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. That dream you keep postponing, that goal you keep doubting, that opportunity you keep avoiding. Fear is standing in front of it. But here's the truth. Fear is not a stop sign. Fear is a signal that growth is near. Today we're going to talk about how fear disguises opportunity, how comfort limits success, and how courage unlocks the life you truly want. Have you ever noticed, the moment you want something bigger, fear shows up? When you want to start a business, change careers, speak your truth, invest in yourself, leave your comfort zone. Fear whispers, what if you fail? What if people judge you? What if you're not good enough? But fear never asks, what if this works? What if this changes your life? What if this is the breakthrough you've been waiting for? Fear focuses on risk. Successful people focus on possibility. Fear is not proof that something is impossible. Fear is proof that something is important. Think about it. We rarely feel fear doing things that don't matter. Fear appears when something has the power to change our future. Fear appears when something challenges our identity. Fear appears when we are about to grow. Most people misunderstand fear. They think fear means stop, but fear often means proceed with courage. Every successful person you admire has felt fear. Entrepreneurs feel fear before launching. Athletes feel fear before competing. Leaders feel fear before making big decisions. The difference? They act anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is action despite fear. Fear tells you, stay safe, but success tells you, take the step. Fear says, wait for the perfect moment, but growth says, start now. Comfort feels safe, but comfort rarely creates progress. Everything meaningful requires uncertainty. Every breakthrough begins with discomfort. Every new level begins with unfamiliar territory. If you avoid fear, you avoid growth. If you avoid risk, you avoid reward. Imagine the life you want. More freedom, more confidence, more opportunities, more success. That life exists, but between you and that life, there is fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of uncertainty. But here is the powerful truth. Fear shrinks when you face it. Fear weakens when you challenge it. Fear disappears when you move forward. Confidence is built through action, not thinking, not planning, not waiting. The first step may feel uncomfortable. The second step feels possible. The third step feels natural. And suddenly, what once felt impossible becomes part of who you are. You don't need to eliminate fear. You only need to stop letting fear decide your future. Ask yourself, what would I do if I was not afraid? Who would I become? Where would I go? What would I start? Your answers reveal your next level. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is your doorway, and everything you want is waiting on the other side. If this message inspired you, take one action today that fear has been stopping you from taking. Send the email, start the project, speak your idea, take the first step. Small courage creates big transformation. And if this episode encouraged you, subscribe to the Rich Diary podcast for more powerful mindset episodes. Share this episode with someone who needs encouragement today. Comment below. What fear are you ready to overcome? Your next level begins with one brave decision. Remember, growth requires courage. Success requires action. Confidence requires experience. Fear will always exist, but it does not have to control you. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. This is the Rich Diary podcast, where your best life is written one bold decision at a time. See you in the next episode.
You are listening to the Rich Diary Podcast Show.